I think it's fair to say this is my most requested club review ever, and I've had to steal these clubs in order to make you guys this video. Also guys, check out this gorgeous bag that we have today. This is actually Frankie's bag here at Waterfront Golf Club, so huge thanks to Frankie for lending, he doesn't know we're borrowing them, but lending us these golf clubs, introducing today the Titleist T150 golf clubs. Now these have caused quite a stir in the golfing world because the T100s were a little bit small, they were brilliant for really good players, and the T200s were a little bit big but brilliant for kind of mid to high handicap players. So introducing the T150, which is kind of middle of the range, today we're going to play a couple of holes with them, we're going to hit them in the studio and see just how they do perform and see if they really are as revolutionary as what people say. Straight away looking down at this club, it looks really, really nice. I love the blade length, little to no offset, but still looks like it's going to be pretty forgiving. And I can confirm that because that was a low heely strike with a 4-iron, but it's binding down the fairway nicely. The one thing that I hate about these clubs, and I'm going to get in here early with this, Frankie, what on earth is that for a grip? Oh dear. So quite impressed with that 4-iron on this third hole here at Waterfront Golf Club. A very, very tight hole, and a hole where you would potentially want to lay up anyway and just hit a nice iron off the tee. You're never going to hit driver here. I didn't hit it very well, so we've got around 170 yards in, but the fact that it stayed nice and straight just shows there's not too much offset on there. My bad shots usually do want to turn left. Now looking at these, I really, really like the look of them. I like they've got that kind of modest cavity in the back there, quite a big billet on the bottom, just to feel like they have got some weight in on the bottom there. We're going to go with a 6-iron in. We've got a nice lie on this fairway. I've got these with an AMT S300 shaft. That's a shaft that actually I have been fitted for in the past with Titleist. So Frankie's got the same specs as me pretty much. I believe the 1 degree flat as well, which is perfect for me. Right, can I play just a nice fade in here? Because it's really important with these clubs to know that yes, they're going to perform, but also you want them to feel nice. I think anyone who has played Titleist irons in the past always claim that they're as good or better at feel than Mizuno. So, on that regard, look at that for a ball flight in that dark sky. That was absolutely gorgeous. Lovely big high fade. Landed at the front of the green and releasing down to the right hand side of the green. So far, I'm really impressed with these because guys, it's 7:30 in the morning. You can tell I've got quite a low sun, but I'm not putting my best swing on these and I'm still getting away with them. I think if these were T100s, I would be struggling a little bit because they're a little bit smaller, a little bit sleeker and quite a lot less forgiving. And you see for me here, I've played this par 4 pretty badly, to be honest. I've hit a low heely shot off the tee, then I've hit a 6-iron. Usually I'd have a wedge in here, but I've hit a 6-iron to this really narrow green, and that's the result. You can see it's greens maintenance today, so there's loads of stuff on the greens, but let's see who can score. We're going to use all Frankie's clubs because it's only right. Little Scotty Cameron, I've got a feeling that Frankie is a big Titleist fan, and I always enjoy these tests because the fact that I am flag high here after 2 pretty bad struck shots shows just how forgiving these clubs can be. I'm really hoping that I do strike them like I did in the studio. We're going to talk about that a bit later on in this video and see just what numbers we can get with them, because I would hope they're not the highest ball speeds, they're not the lowest spin rates, but they're nice and controllable. That's something which I think is a huge factor when people want to look at these T150 irons instead of maybe the T200s. Oh, it's a gorgeous roll. Oh! Par. So guys, do me a favour, get in the comments below, what am I going to shoot on a par 4, par 5, par 3 combination here at Waterfront Golf Club using only Frankie's T150 irons and his putter, because I need a putter. I think as well a huge tick for me is bag appeal. Bag appeal wise, these look absolutely gorgeous. I think they're probably some of the best looking forgiving slash players irons that you would see, and I really enjoy the fact that the pitching wedge has the 44 degree mark on there, because that just makes it a bit easier if you are looking for your wedges. So Frankie does have 50, 54, 58. I would imagine maybe that 54 is a 55. Would it be? No, I suppose it's just a nice number, isn't it? There we go. For me, that just helps people know what wedges they should be using, and also potentially what set they are buying, because you know if you're getting a 44 degree pitching wedge, it's not exactly the most traditional, but it's certainly not a power bat either. Right, par 5, stroking next 9, 524 yards we have here, sweeps round to the right, a really nice tight driving area, but we're hitting iron today, so it should be a 3-shotter, and as you can see, a really well protected green with bunkers and undulations. So I think we're going to kick things off with the 4-iron once again, and let's just see. Oh my, I've lost Frankie's head cover. I need to go and get that quickly. Where's that gone? He's really not going to be happy with me if I've lost that Turnberry head cover. Come on, where are you, head cover? I would have banked it being on this. Oh my God, it's not here. Well, where can it be? Tell me it's fallen off on. Oh, it is. Oh, right. That is a terrible. It's a lovely head cover, but terrible magnet system. Right, we'll go again. Par 5, stroking next 9, 524 yards. Lovely dog leg. You've seen it all before. Let's. Oh, he's actually got as well, you know, this in the bag. A new T200 3-iron. Let's. Right, for the score, we're going to go with the 4-iron because that's what we said we're going to do today. But I'm also going to hit the T200 3-iron, just see exactly what it's like. It's funny though, because I used to be a huge Titleist fanboy. When I was working in the pro shop and doing my PGA training, I always had Titleist irons. I always went and got fitted for pretty much the MBs, but I was a huge AP2 fan. Remember the ones that Jordan Spieth used? They're like 10, 15 years old now, which is kind of showing my age as well, but I would have been all over these. Just look down at this ball. It really is just a stunning looking head. I quite like the fact that they have moved away from the AP2 range. When we first saw the introduction of the T100, T200, I was like, oh, it's the AP1 and AP2. But actually, Titleist have tried to just kind of fine tune them a bit more, make them feel more like players' irons. So people are elevating away from the MB or CB and going more towards these, which makes sense for everyone really. Right, I've struck that really nicely. That's the first one where I'm like, yeah, that actually feels like a really nice golf shot just down the left hand side. And if we now look at the T200, much bigger head, much bigger. I do like this in the driving iron actually, but I can see why people would maybe think it's a little bit too big for a full set. Right, just how good is this? Oh wow. Wow, that felt so soft. Really was not anticipating that. That is 2 good hits with both the T154 iron and T200 3-iron. Be interested to see if there is a club difference there or more than a club difference. For me, this is quite a good setup. Well done, Frankie, well done. So far, so good. I'm quite impressed with these, and I must say, I think the market has got more difficult for Titleist as well, especially in the forged iron category. So they now have to contend with the likes of PXG, which was never really a thing all that time ago, and even if it was, a lot of people couldn't afford it, whereas now PXG offer the premium and the more budget, which nobody saw come in. And also brands like Tacoma are out there, where a nice forged iron, you're going to get the performance, you're going to get premium components, but they're a lot cheaper than, say, these things that, I'm not sure how much they cost. They're going to be over £1,000, I would think, but you can go and get fitted for them. That's one thing I would definitely say. If you are going to spend your money on these, go get the right shaft, go get the right lie angle, and make sure you get the right setup, because a split set here could be genius. Well done, Frankie. Well done. T154 iron hugging the left side of the fairway, only just in the fairway actually, and the T200 3-iron a bit further up there. So as you would expect, it's a 2-iron, it's a 3-iron, it's gone further, or a 3-iron, a 4-iron should I say, it's gone further. But really impressed with that, really impressed that the 4-iron is basically 10 yards behind, which it should be, even though it's just got a standard steel shaft in there. I must admit, I would love to see loft designation on all these irons like on the pitching wedge. Imagine this 4-iron just showing kind of 23 on the bottom. I think that would be really nice. I'm going to go 4-iron again because I want to test the pitching wedge from around 100, 110 yards. So this should give us around that. We'll hug the left side again because the flag's a little bit to the right, as you can see here. Come on. Oh, that's everything I want from this iron. Lovely low compressed shot, nice and controlled, lovely turf interaction. I talk about this a lot in iron reviews, and they haven't really chamfered away much on this leading edge. Titleist used to be really good at doing that, but this is a little bit more sharp edged, as you can see, and that does kind of dictate what kind of turf interaction you're going to get. Quite like that, to be honest. Very nice. The ball was obviously here, so we've taken a nice divot behind that. Very nice. So far, I must admit, Titleist have a lot of competition at the moment, as I've said already in this video, but I'm very impressed with these. They are expensive. Are they as good as PXGs? Are they as good as Mizunos? They don't feel as soft as Mizunos, and they don't feel as good as those 0317Ts that I tested just the other day. But I must admit, if you want something that looks good, performs good, is about an 8 out of 10 in every single category from what I've seen so far. We're going to talk numbers later. Yeah, I get it. I will clean that for you, Frankie, I promise. Guys, we're going to do a grand reveal of what's under here as well at the end of this video and under here, because I've never played with Frankie since he's been changing his clubs. Yeah, we'll do a reveal. Stay tuned. So we should have left in pretty much exactly what I wanted into this green. A nice little knockdown pitching wedge. This is kind of where I like to test players' irons. I think you always want to be able to play a knockdown shot. I always play knockdown shots. I love playing links golf, and I think I've learned that a pitching wedge doesn't necessarily have to be 135 yards and 135 yards only. I think if you can learn to play it from 100 to 110, you can actually control that distance a lot better. So let's see just how good these are at that. Frankie has a huge wedge setup actually. He has a 44, a 50, 54 and 58. So 4 wedges. A lot of people do only opt for the one. I might have to get one of these bags. Guys, what do you think? Do I order? It's blue though. I'm not a huge fan on blue, but if they did that in dark green, oh, I do want to be under par in this video actually, so there's quite a lot riding on this. How far do we have? It's 132. It's 132, so it's just take a bit off it. Just one with a little bit of backspin. This is a gorgeous blade. This pitching wedge is a perfect size. You can't believe this isn't a blade looking down at it. Pulled it a bit, but it should be. It's the perfect distance. It's a very nice distance. Again, great turf interaction. I love how this pitching wedge looks. Often for me, a set is dictated by its long irons and its short irons because they're generally what you hit the most. And this is a very, very impressive looking pitching wedge. Top marks, almost. Almost. Use Frankie's towel, he won't mind. He won't mind. So guys, if you're still here, do me a favour, get in the comments below, would you order a set of Titleist irons? I always think that Titleist's a brand where you're either a loyalist or you're not. Like, I don't know many people who have just Titleist irons in the bag. I know a lot of people who have full Titleist bags, Scotty Cameron, Vokey, Titleist irons, and then obviously TSR, drivers and woods. But I don't know many people who maybe just go Titleist irons and then a tailor-made driver or something like that. Generally, your Titleist fans all wear FootJoy as well. But you can see, totally flag high there. Just a shame we pulled it. Must admit, if we'd have stuck that wedge like 5 foot closer, it would have been a really well played par 5 that. This is for a birdie, it should break down there. Oh, go on then. Go on then. Oh. Right, it is time for the par 3. This is my favourite hole on this golf course. We're going to birdie it, we're going to get under par, and we're going to use the brand new Titleist T150 irons to do so. Okay, on to the 6th hole here at Waterfront Golf Club, a gorgeous par 3. This is my favourite hole on the golf course. A water hazard on the left that shouldn't really come into play. It's playing around 165 yards, and you can see the flag is tucked behind that bunker just on the right hand side. Oh, that is at it. Be good. Be good. Oh, just short. Let's flop this out and then we'll do the grand reveal under Frankie's head cover. This is not where you want to miss the shot, by the way. Go on. Oh. So to finish, under Frankie's head covers we have, are you ready for this? Ooh, a Callaway Paradigm Triple Diamond. So me saying that people don't often have Titleist irons and different woods was a myth. And under this head cover we have, wow, Callaway Epic Speed. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do smash that subscribe button below. That is 1 over par for the par 4, par 5 challenge with the Titleist T150s. I don't think I've done them justice there because I quite like these. Are they the best feeling irons? No. Are they the best all-round irons? Maybe. See you tomorrow.